We'll wait for some people. One person. Hi. Two. Okay. Hope everybody's doing great this evening. Okay. Wait for some more people to get here. While we wait, you could be getting the supplies if you're going to be doing the project. And I have all the supplies that are needed in the description of this video. Also, I can also tell you what you need. You're going to need yarn and string. You're going to need like different types of fibers or fabrics. I have some lace here. You're going to need cotton for sure. So I think this is like stuffing that you would stuff something with, like a stuffed animal or something. But I have that instead of cotton because I don't have cotton balls. You're going to need some sort of thick, like a paintbrush or something, and that's not to actually paint with, it's to hold your strings up. You're going to need scissors. You're going to need a pokey tool so that you can poke things, poke your string. You're going to need a fork, and this is to straighten everything. You're going to need sticks. Now, I don't know how big you're making your weaving, because we're doing these tonight. It's awfully bright. Let me see if I can fix the brightness here. Okay, so we're going to see, if you only have big sticks, that's fine. You could do a big weaving. It is probably going to take longer, but you're more than welcome to do that. But I'm doing the little small ones, and originally I was going to do the, like a little rainbow necklace, so you could wear it like so. So you could make this into a necklace, or you could do a little teeny tiny wall hanging. That's up to you. I just pulled it off the string. And then you're going to need some tape. And I'm saying like a styrofoam plate or a dinner plate. A dinner plate would be more ideal because it's thicker and heavier. And yarn. I don't know if I said yarn, but yarn also. Okay. Now that we have some people joining, I'm going to start getting situated. Get my stuff situated here. Here's my bowl. And also, while I'm doing this, I'm going to zoom up on my hands so you won't be able to see all this. So you can get closer to see what I'm doing with my hands. I'm going to move these out of the way, all my tools. I have little sticks because I wanted to do a little one. Also, in the description, I had said that you would need a piece of cardboard. And if you have a small stick like this, an extra one, that's fine. But the reason I said cardboard is because you can tape or tie your string to a little sliver of cardboard, and you can use that for your weaving, kind of like a needle. Poke a hole in it and tie it to it or whatever you need. Hi! Okay, and so we're gonna take your sticks and set them aside. Since I have the little teeny tiny one, this is what I'm using for my needle, and it works fine. You just tie the string to it. Hello, Lindsay. We are making these little hangings today. We're weaving these wall hangings, or originally I wanted to make it a necklace so you could wear it, because I thought that would be really cute to wear like a little weaving necklace. Weaving is really super in right now, by the way. I don't know, probably if there's a lot of younger people here, they would know that weaving is super popular right now. And I don't really do it too much, but I taught myself a little bit, so I want to teach all of you because I had a lot of fun doing it. All right, so I have my plate, and hopefully you all have your stuff. So you have your plate, and we're going to tape the plate to the table, all right? So anything to kind of keep it in place, all right? Reason why I say to use a plate, because this is the method that I figured out would work today. And the reason I said that is because it's got this lip on it, and it kind of helps to hold your string above, so you can kind of work underneath it. Oh, thank you, City Museum. All right. have my plate firmly taped to the table. I'm going to pull up my chat on this side because I can't, the light is making it to where I cannot see there. Let's see what I got going on. Okay. Sorry for this slowness here. Okay, it says, I have a giant weaving on the wall. Maybe I will make a mini version. Yes, you should make a mini version. You can wear it. Okay. Now you got your plate taped to the table. You're going to need your stick, whichever one you're using. I'm going to use this bigger one just so you could see a little better what I'm doing. I'm just going to set that right there. And then you want to pick out, if you have a lot of yarn, that means you do stuff with yarn, and that's great. So maybe you've done weavings before. But if you've never done weavings before and you have a little bit of yarn, pick out your colors that you want. Also, here is another little a little thing you can do. If you do not have yarn, you can make yarn out of t-shirts, which is super cool. So what I did with this one was, if you look at it, can you see that? This is awfully bright right here. What's going on? Okay, if you look at this right here, this is a piece of a t-shirt material. See that? That's t-shirt. And so I was like, well, I think it'd be really neat if we did like a little different textures in my weaving, because I've seen a lot of weavings where there's different textures and bumps and things like that in it, and I thought that would be really cool. But if you don't have yarn, you could take an old t-shirt and cut it up, and the way you would do it, I need my drink here, you would, you know, just cut it really small. So I have a piece that's cut here, and you would cut right along the edge, you would make it kind of thin, so you would cut, you know, like a small piece, so it would kind of resemble yarn, right? And then if you stretch it, it stretches, and then what happens when you stretch it, it rolls up like this, which is kind of cool, all right? So that's what you can do with your t-shirt material. And then of course I have the lace. I may put some lace in there, I may not. And then this is, normally with weaving, what you would do, I'm trying to give everybody just a little heads up first off. With weaving, a lot of times, the new kind of cool thing is to add what they call roving. And roving is like wool, and it kind of looks like this, except it doesn't pull apart as easy. This kind of pulls apart a little easier. You can work with it and pull it apart, but roving is really cool because it's how people do, like when they're doing, you ever seen like that needle felting, when people make like little animals with the needle felting? That's what they use to make those little animals and things like that, to poke with the needle. So roving is really cool. You can get roving at Michael's or wherever they sell yarn. Wherever they sell yarn, you can buy roving. So I don't have roving. I have this cotton stuffing stuff. And if you don't have roving and you have cotton balls, you can use cotton balls and we'll work with it. Yes, I love fiber too. Hi, Charlene. Thanks for joining. Okay, so I'm going to reach back here in my little bin of goodies, my goodie yarns, and I'm going to grab my first yarn, and this is going to be the one that I'm going to tie to my stick so that you can start your weaving. So I'm going to start with the white first, and the white is going to be my base. So let me get this started here. So just pull out, you know, kind of a long length or whatever. Cut it off. If you need more, you can get more. Since this is a small little piece, I did 6 pieces, but once you tie it there, it makes 12. So you want to, I don't know how long you want it, but I think maybe I should make it long enough to where it fits from one side of the plate to the other, because when I did this, it was too small and my hands, I was just having problems working with it. So I'm going to figure out how long I need it from there to there. Okay, that'd probably work. So maybe about 10 inches, or just measure your plate and go from one side to the other. With a little extra because you want to add it to this, okay? So I'm going to cut it about right here for me, because this is about how long my plate is. It hangs over a little, and that's okay. And then I'm going to do that 6 times, right? Because 6 strings will make 12 pieces. All right, then once you get all those cut, I'm going to show you how to do this one so you can get started. So you're going to take your string that you just cut, and you're going to fold it in half, right? So here it is folded in half. And you're going to take your yarn, and you're gonna put it, well, maybe I should do it this way so you can see. Put it like this on your stick, right? And then you're gonna take these two pieces and you're gonna wrap it around your stick and you're gonna push it through this loop. You're gonna reach and grab, right? And then you're gonna pull it through. And then that's how it should look. See that? Yeah, I've only done felting once and it wasn't a good deal for me, Charlene. I wish I could do it. I really have admiration for people who can do it. Okay, so I have two of them already on with the one, and then I'm going to move on and I'm going to do more. So just make sure you measure your strings so you can fold it while you cut if you want. Fold it up and figure out where you want it. Okay, cut here. Remember, I like to keep my area clean, so I'm going to make a nice little pile of yarn that I'm not using. You can always use those little pieces of yarn for something else. I'm not sure why oh, there it is, okay. Oh, you're a teacher, Charlene? Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next and put this through here and pull. And you're just going to keep doing that 6 times, all right? So I need to get some more yarn because I ran out. Also, I didn't have yarn today and I knew I wanted to do this project, so I ordered my all of my yarn at Michael's online, and they have this thing where you can where they drop it outside in a cart so you're not touching anything, which is kind of cool. There's no interaction, so you can stay safe. All right, I'm going to cut this and put this around the stick and do it again. I'm going to reach through this little loop here and pull these 2 pieces through. And then when we start weaving, then I will, when we start weaving, I'll focus on my hands more. 1, 2, 3, okay, 3, I need 3 more. Okay. Here. I should have had these cut ahead of time, but I figure everybody wants to see what I'm doing. Here, okay. Pull it through. Now, I hope everybody's got the gist of that so far. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 2 more. I don't know how close you want them together. What happened with this one when I was doing it, see how it's kind of bowed right there? What happened was I had these strings taped out too far, further than what this was, spread apart. And so that's what, hey, you're welcome, Shannon. So that's why my weaving looks like this, because I didn't do it right. So we're going to teach you how to do it right. Oh, I'm so glad you love the museum. All right, so now I'm going to... Have you been to Art City, Charlene? Art City's on the 4th floor. And it used to be on the 3rd floor before they decided to make Toddlertown bigger, which is also pretty awesome. All right. Cut that off. And now I need 1 more. Measure this one, measure to about right here, cut that off, put the little extras over here. All right, and then I'm going to have to space this to make it better so I can get this other one on. I kind of like this little piece right here. I think that's kind of cool. There's another thing you can do with weaving also with these little pieces, and it's really cool. You can weave inside this little nook right here. and it's really cool. You can, oh, it's been years. Well, then if it's been years, if it's been more than 3 years, then we used to be located downstairs on the 3rd floor, right next to Toddler Town. All right, now I have my 6 pieces. Okay, 6 pieces, and then what we're gonna do is we are going to tape our stick to the top of the plate. Now, can everybody see this? I'm sending... You're having them go out and get sticks for you, City Museum? I just so happened to be at a park the other day and there was sticks on the ground and I said, ooh, I know there's a project that I want to do with these sticks, and so I grabbed them before I came home. Then I left them outside so the bugs would get off them. All right. So now that I have my stick taped to my plate, next step is you're going to make sure that these are even. So you want to make sure all of your strings are the way they're supposed to be. Just take your time and work with it, right? Only thing I don't like about this yarn is it's kind of wavy. Make them even. And then, like I said, when you tape this to the plate, you want to make sure that it's the same width down here that it is up there, all right? Because if it's not, it's going to turn out bowed. Which, I mean, it's okay. It looks cute like this. But if you want it to be straight and flat and look perfect, then you're going to have to do that. But, yeah, on all different things. I've done cardboard too, but I tried this today and I thought this would be a lot of fun because honestly, I didn't feel like making the notches in the cardboard even because it takes a lot of time to do the notches. So I was like, I wonder how I could do this. Well, let's try a plate. All right. So I just want to make sure that I'm getting everything even here. Just working with it. That's about as even as I'm going to get it. So now, I know this looks funny, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. Hey, I got a lot of people watching me. Hi, everybody. Today we're doing a weaving project. All right, so then once you have your string taped to your plate, you want to make sure it's nice and tight, all right? That way it doesn't go anywhere when you're tugging on your strings. If you need, you can add some more to it, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do even more down here. That way it just really sticks my strings on there so they don't go anywhere on me. Because earlier I had them flying off and I was like, what in the world? I had to keep redoing it. It's not super tight, but it'll work. It'll be okay. It's some give here, so maybe I can pull it a little tighter. There we go. Oh yeah, that's better. And then apparently you can pull it a little tighter if it's not. As long as it'll work. All right. Tape that down. One more just to be safe. All right. Now, if anybody has any advice while I'm doing this, I'm not an expert at this weaving by no means, but I really enjoy doing it. So, okay, so the next step is you need normally a needle, right? I don't have a needle, but I do have a stick. And this stick is going to work perfect. It's going to be my needle for my weaving project. So the way I'm going to do it is, look, that stick's going to get in my way. I better be careful of that. I am going to tie my yarn to my wooden needle, all right? It's a makeshift wooden needle. And what color do I want to start with? I think I want to start with this beautiful blue because I love the ocean and I think that this would be great to do. So I'm just going to pull some out, cut some off. All right, and then I'm going to tie one end to my needle. If you have cardboard, like I said, if you have a piece of cardboard and you cut the cardboard just kind of like in a little point about this long and make it to a point, and the other side can be kind of big so you can hold on to it, all right? And then just either tie your cardboard to it, or you could poke a hole in it and lace it through and tie it that way, and that works too. But I'm using a stick that I kind of sharpened the edge, so that the end of it, so I could poke it. Right now, reason why I said a paintbrush or something like a pencil or a pen or something is because if you didn't do it like this and it was touching more to the, see how I did that? That helps to hold your yarn up a little bit, right? There's different ways you can do, that's right, don't pull too tight, that is correct. There are different ways that you can do your weaving. Some people start from the end, from the place closest to you, and some people start from the top, from the way I understand. We're going to start from the top today and do it that way because we have the stick attached, and that's how I want to do it. Because when we're done at the bottom, we're going to make kind of like these little tassels and tie it off, and that's how we're going to do that. So I don't know how you want to start. I want to do the roving maybe, well, or cotton balls, I mean, kind of in the middle. Or you could do it at the bottom like this one. I thought this one kind of looked like a cloud. And since I was going for a rainbow effect, I thought that kind of looked cute because it was kind of like the cloud at the end of the rainbow, right? So that's how we did that. And oh, the fork. This is super important. If you definitely need a fork, okay? And I'm going to show you why you need a fork after we do a few rows of this, okay? So first things first, you want to take your stick with your thread, with your yarn on it, or whatever you're starting with. You could start with your lace. If you have lace, you could start with your t-shirt material. If you have the t-shirt material, whatever you have that you want to start with, that you can start weaving, feel free, all right? Oh, thank you. All right, so this is how we're going to do it. I'm gonna focus on my hands, all right? So I'm gonna zoom in on my hands so I can start showing you how to do this, all right? And I think I'm gonna cut that off because that's just too much, even though I liked it. All right, so bear with me a second. I have to zoom in on my hands here. All right. That looks about close enough, right? No, maybe a little more. Good. All right, that's good. Right there, that's good. Okay. Right, can you see that? Can you see that good? Yes, you can. Okay, yay, good. Let me make sure I was doing it right. Focus right there. Okay, so now that we have that, the first things, nope, wrong way. Oh, wait, is that right? Yeah, okay. First things first, we're gonna take our little needle thread thing we got here, all right? And the basic weaving technique is called tabby. It's called a tabby weave, and it's the most basic weave there is. It's super easy to do. Sometimes you'll get messed up and you'll realize that you've done one of the same, and that's okay because it's super easy to take away, right? Yeah, you could use popsicle stick too. So anyway, you're gonna start off with your stick, and I'm gonna go under and then over, okay? So under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over. And then you're gonna pull your yarn, just pull your yarn all the way, all right? Now, the trick to this is, once you get this all the way up here, leave some space, because at the end, the way I do it, now I don't know how other people do it, but the way I do it is, I pull it around to the back and I tie it off, because nobody's really looking at the back anyway, right? All right, so then there's that. So I have that. So then now, once you're here and you have your over under, I mean your under over, so you finished over, right? So now you're gonna take your string and you're gonna start the opposite. So now that you've went over, you're gonna go under. And what's gonna happen is it's gonna loop around this string so that it doesn't go anywhere. So I'm gonna show you first how to do this, all right? So underneath and pull, and then there you go. Now you see how I got that done? Now what's next? What's next is over, right? So you're just doing the opposite of what you did before. So over and then under, and then over and then under, and over and under, and over and under. So it's easier when you do under just to pull your string up a little bit, and then over and then under. See how I did that? And then you're going to end off, you're going to end up with an over. Does that make sense? All right, so now once you got that all pulled, the next step, now see, now, okay, now here's where I want to teach you something. When you're pulling your yarn, do not pull tight. If you pull tight, what's going to happen is when you get down to here, your loom is going to do this. And I don't know if you've ever done weaving before, but that's not supposed to happen. It's supposed to be straight and uniform all the way down, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to keep it kind of loose, and then here's where your fork comes into play, all right? You're going to take that fork and you're going to put it where you just did your weaving, and you're going to push up on your yarn all the way to the top. And what happens is this makes it tight, and that way your weaving is not going to come apart, all right? So push it all the way to the top, all the way to the top. All right. Now we're going to do it again. We're going to take our yarn, and then when I finished off, you can't kind of see because of the stick right here, but I finished off going over. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go under now. So under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over. It's getting caught on there. Under, over. And then you're just going to keep doing that for however long you want this to look. All right? And then just push it up. Push it up with your fork. Push up with your fork. Remember, don't pull super tight. If you pull super tight, you're going to mess up your weaving. All right? Now this should start to come together really well in a few more rows. You'll really start to see your weaving start to take hold, right? So now I'm going to do it again. Under, over, under, over, under, over. Now see, sometimes I get confused. Under, over, under, over, under, over, right? All right, for those of you just joining where you're doing a little miniature weave, a little miniature weaving, you can make it into a little wall hanging or something to put on your desk, or you can use it as a necklace like I did this one. All right, and then remember, take your fork, push it up. This fork really comes in handy. You know, I do know that they do have tools, special tools that you can buy for these. I really, a little while back was really kind of wanting to get into this, and I thought about buying all the stuff. But I just have so many things that I'm like, I have so much art stuff. I'm like, do I really need it? Well, okay. So then now it's really starting to take hold now, and I hope you all can tell what yours is doing. So I'm gonna do it again. So you should by now know what I'm doing, right? So under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over. It's repetitive, but it's nice. Under, over, under, over. All right. Now, push it up again. And remember, don't pull tight. Oh, this one's going to be so cute. I'm excited for the colors that I'm using on it. I'm super inspired by tropical colors. I really wish right now that I could have tropical breeze on me, because I like the ocean. Okay. And I think maybe I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to maybe switch to another color. So I'm going to do it again. Under, over, under, over. See how quick you start to get at it once you've done it? Over, under, over, under, over, under, over. All right. And pull. Not too tight. All right. And push it up. Ah, I love this. All right, now the next step. Next step is I think maybe I want to try just a different color, so I'm gonna take this off my stick. Well, if I can get it off my stick, it'll be great. Take it off my stick. Now, normally what I do is I just cut this off, and when I'm ready to do another color, I just go back. So I'm gonna cut this off kind of long, because remember, you want to tuck it under and tie it. I'm going to tie it over here somewhere, or tuck it into the weaving. You can do that too. So I'm just going to keep it kind of long there, and then put my extra off to the side, because I may be able to use that again. All right. And then let's find another color. So the next color I want is this, I'm going to use this really pretty green. All right. So this is what they call sea glass green. So sea glass green, cut some of that. And I probably won't do a whole lot of that, because after this one, I want to do our cotton. Since you can't see my face, I need to talk with my hands. Oh, I'm making a little miniature weave. And you can make a necklace out of it, like a little wall hanging. But originally I wanted to do a necklace out of it, so if you all want to wear it as a necklace, you're more than welcome to do that. Okay. Also, I'm going to teach you all how to do these little fringe, these little fray things too. Tassels, right? All right. So maybe I'll do tassels after I do this color. I'm going to tie this to my wooden needle stick. And we're going to do it again. Same thing, except where I ended here, it's an over, so I'm going to do under, because I ended on an over with the blue, and now I'm going to do under, okay? So under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over. All right, and I'm just going to continue to do that. I'm not going to call it out unless somebody needs it. Needs me to. There's quite a few accounts on Instagram that I follow that do these beautiful wall hangings. That's what inspired me, really super inspired me, was these Instagrams with these wall hangings. I just think it's so wonderful that all the artists right now I have noticed, are really just making sure there's so much content out there for people to, you know, watch and get inspired by. Okay. Remember, don't pull too tight. Use your fork. Use your fork. Oh, those are really good colors together. What colors are all of you using? I almost did earth tones, but I thought, you know what? I think bright colors would be appropriate right now. Need something bright. Under, over, under, over. For some reason, it's easier if I say it out loud. Oh. There we go. And then after I get a few rows of this, we're going to move on to the cotton, okay? Here. Now, cotton balls are kind of small, so I'm imagining that they're not going to pull apart really easy when doing it, if that's all you have is cotton balls. But we'll try to figure it out. I'm going to make mine small like cotton balls, so maybe I can work it with you to try to figure it out. Right. Couple more rows of this. So what did everybody do today? Did everybody stay indoor, or did you go outdoor? Did you barbecue? I think barbecue would have been nice today. I have been battling with ants all day today. We apparently have ants that have decided to take up home in my house. And it has been a nightmare trying to get these ants out of my house. But I think we're doing a good job. I think that it's starting to come together now. Okay, and then I'm going to do one more row of this. Here, and then here, and then here, here. I thought, you know, maybe I could like round all my ants up and give them to George. George is our bug guy. He has a big collection of bugs in the bug room at City Museum. All right, now I have this green row done, and I think that's good for now, just because I want to show you all how to do the cotton. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. So I'm going to cut this off. Well, I'm going to leave this one on because I think I can just wrap this around when I'm done with the cotton, and I'm going to do another row of this. So I'm going to leave this right here, and I'm not going to cut it off, okay? And next is my cotton, all right? Now I think I can maybe zoom out a little bit. Sorry about that. Oops. I don't know what's going on. It's not wanting to zoom on me. Sorry, folks, my camera's not wanting to work. Oh, I turned it around the opposite way. That explains why it's not working. All right, hello, everybody. Don't mind me. I don't know technology, apparently. Okay, now, there we go. Can everybody still see it? Zoom up just a little bit. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. All right, so I'm going to leave this string here, all right, because I might use that again. So, okay, so I have this big thing of stuffing that I had. Oh, yes, Charlene, it will be posted as soon as I'm done with this. I'll share it, and then it'll be on our Facebook page, and you can find it. Or you can go to citymuseum.org, and we will have it posted there as well. All right, so I'm going to one more time with the fork here. And then I have this stuff, you have cotton. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make this like cotton ball, right? So I can see if I can do it like you all. I don't know, it's not the same consistency. But anyway, you're going to try to pull your cotton apart, right? And try not to pull it apart, but pull it so that it's long. And then the best way to do it, I think, is to roll it like this in your hands, okay? Now, I don't know about roving because I've never worked with roving. Yeah, you could do cotton at the bottom for the clouds if you wanted to. Okay, so I've never worked with roving. Maybe once I might have done like needle felting, but I've never worked with it with this weaving stuff. So, okay, so the way you do this is you are going to take, you don't need the little needle for it because you're going to take, and you're just going to do the same thing that you did with this. So you're basically doing the tabby weave with this. So it's going to be every other. So you're just going to every other it, right? So same way. It's same like the tabby weave. All right. And you're just going to, can everybody see that okay? Here. And just really slowly over, under, right? Over, under, over, under. Over, under, over, under. All right. So now I've got that just like that. All right. I hope this works. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take this and you're going to pull this up just a little bit. Pull it. See that? The part where you're over, the strings that you're over, you're going to pull up a little bit on it to make it kind of puffy. I don't know if it's going to work. It worked the last time. What might have to happen is I might have to there we go, puff it a little bit. All right, what's going to happen is once I've gotten this done, I think maybe I should have done some more. I think I don't have enough. So I'm going to take this out and I'm going to I'm going to get some more. So maybe use 2 cotton balls instead. Yeah, the roving is stronger. This stuff isn't as great. But I thought maybe, you know, since this is what I had, maybe we could do a makeshift kind of roving type thing. And I also figured that if I would have bought roving, like how many people would have roving at their house versus maybe having something like this, or cotton balls might work, you know. So that's why I picked this stuff, because I had it on hand. All right, so I'm going to try this again. Under, over, under, over, under, over. I'm just making do with what I got. Under, over, no wait. Oh, see, I messed it up. Over, under, over, under, over, under. All right, that was pretty easy to fix. There we go. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to push that up like that, and then I'm going to continue weaving, and then I'll fix it after that, okay? So once we're going to put that like that, push that up, and then continue weaving, and then we'll try to fix it, all right? So I'm going to put my thread back on my needle. I think maybe I might have to zoom up again. Put my thread back on my needle. Come on, work with me here. Or my yarn, I should say. Well, that's not going to work. I'm just going to cut that off and redo it. Retie. These are so much fun and they're so relaxing. Right. Okay, so you want to go under your cotton or roving, whatever it is, and then I'm going to do it to where you put it over the string. And here, let me zoom up a little bit. Let's see. All right, I want to put it over the string because my cotton is going under this one. So if I put it over it, it's going to kind of secure that, right? So over, under, so over that one, under, over, under, over. So it kind of locks it in. Over, oh, oh. Over, under, over, under, over, under, over. There it is. Under, over. Where's that one? Over, under. That didn't look right. Hold on, I got it mixed up. Okay, I see it, I see it. All right, see how my string is not, there we go. Okay, it was kind of not looking right here, and I was like, what's going on? Okay, so under, over, under, over, under. All right, I got it. Whew! I was like, what's going on? All right, do that, and then I'm gonna do another one of that. So again, over, under, because it's the remember you're doing the opposite. Over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under. I wonder how many times I've said over, under. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. This should probably hold it pretty good. All right, then you're gonna take your fork, remember, and you're gonna push, 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 push. See how it's pushing it? And it's pushing that cotton up. And that's what you want. You want to push that cotton up so that we can form it. I don't know if this is anybody else's way, but this is how, this is the method that I came up with, and I kind of really, now look how tight that is now. So that's really cool. So now that it's tight like that, you can take your fork or your fingers or something, and you can kind of start to pull on it. But I think I'm going to do one more row before I do that. So I'm going to do one more because I want to make sure it's kind of tight in there. So over, under, over, under, over. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Over, under, over, under. Okay, that should work now. And remember, don't pull it too tight. If you pull it too tight, it's going to make an hourglass on your weave, and it's not going to be straight. It'll still be cute though, but it won't be straight. All right. Usually a lot of beginners, they do make that mistake and do that. All right, now I'm going to take my thread off, my yarn off, and that's how I'm going to have that. And then now you can either take a pointy thing or you can use your fingers. I'm going to try to use maybe my fork with this because I have this little teeny tiny fork, right? Yeah, when I did it the last time and I taped it out like that, it made my, when I pulled my strings out further, it made it bow like this. And so that's why I tried to make it as straight as I could. So just start pulling on it, pull on your, there we go. Maybe your fingers might work a little better. Just start pulling on it. Look how it's coming together now. Just gently pull on it. Oh, this looks so cool. All right, and then sometimes you got a piece that won't come out, so you just got to kind of work with it. Your fork works really good for this. I love this fork so much. There's a story behind it. So my husband and I were on vacation last year in Florida, and we like to go to like little antique shops and things like that. And there was this little antique shop down there, so we were like, hey, let's walk in there and see what they got, right? And well, we're from St. Louis, and there is this building in St. Louis, which I'm sure everybody's heard of, called I believe it's called the Jefferson Arms Building. And the Jefferson Arms used to be a hotel a long time ago, right? Well, it's not in business anymore, and I don't think anything's being done with it. But anyway, Jefferson Arms is in downtown St. Louis, and it's not far from City Museum. It's only like 2 or 3 blocks away. It's got a lot of history there. People used to do banquets and stuff like that, and hotel, you know, people stayed at the hotel or whatever. Well, I have this thing for forks. I love forks. And my husband saw this fork and he wanted to buy it for me. And the reason, not only did he think it was really cute and I would like it, but the reason he bought it was because there's a little emblem on it right here. And if you look at the back of it, it says Jefferson St. Louis. So we bought this fork and we brought it back to St. Louis where it originated. And I thought that was so cute. So that's the story of my little weaving fork I'm using right now. I think it's actually probably an olive fork, but it's a special little memory. There we go. I worked with this enough, I think. All right. Now, there we go. I got that all sticking out there. And then I'm going to take the fork and I'm going to push that weaving back up because it came undone on me. And then as you do this, you can push up further and it'll make that cotton or roving or whatever you're using tighter. See that? See how much tighter that is now? All right. And then I have, push that there. Now I'm going to use a different color. I'm going to work with a different color now. Pardon me, I had to have a drink. All right, so my next color I'm going to use is going to be this cream color because I really like, well, no, I'm going to do some more green. Let's do some more green. This is a pretty green. We'll do this. Why not? Right? Yeah, we'll do this green. So this bright green, if I can get it, there it is. Okay. All right. And then, actually no, I don't want that green. I think I want pink. I think pink would look good with it. Let's do pink with it. So I have this pretty pinky purple color, and I think that is going to be perfect with it. So, show you what color I have. I have this pinky purple. Now I'm going to zoom out a little bit because I think everybody is getting the gist of how to weave, right? All right. So now you're going to add that to your stick. How's everybody doing? Is everybody doing okay with this? Heck yeah. That's good. Hi, Candace. How are you? tie this on. All right. And then we're going to do it again. We're going to start weaving and we're going to go in and out, right? There are different, now the way we did this cotton right here, there's a name for that. And it's called, the weave that it's called is called pile. That's what that is called when you do that. It's called a pile. So just so you know, a little pieces of terminology with it. Now listen, I'm probably not going to do this whole, well, I might do a little bit of it, but I'm not going to do the whole thing because I think maybe that might take extremely long to do this whole thing with you, but I am going to do some of it. Let's take some of that off. And I'll finish it up so I can show you. All right, so I'm going to start here, and since I finished down here and I finished underneath, remember I'm going to go over now. So I'm going to go over, under, and then you know what, actually, thank you. Actually, I'm going to nix that. We're going to do a different one. And I can't remember what the name of it was, but basically what you're doing is you're going 1 under and 2 over. 1 under, 2 over. 1 under, 2 over. 1 under, 2 over. Did you understand how I just said that? Did you see how I did it? We're going to do it again. This is a little bit of a different one. And then you're going to wrap it around and you're going to do it again. You're going to go, and this time you're going to go under, 1 under, 2 over, 1 under, 2 over, 1 under, 2 over, 1 under, 2 over. Isn't that so cool? That fork, I know, I love this thing so much. It's a cool story, isn't it? When my husband seen it, he's like, you are never even going to believe where this fork came from. And I was like, where? And then he told me, and he's like, we got to buy this and take this back to St. Louis. So that's what we did. Okay, 1 under, 2 over, 1 under, 2 over, 1 under, 2 over, 1 under, 2 over. And then pull. Remember, don't pull too tight, because if you pull too tight, what's going to happen? It's going to be terrible. It won't be terrible. It'll still be cute. Don't listen to me. Okay, and just push with your fork. Push. Now look, since I did this, that green is kind of not showing. It's whatever. It's okay. But it kind of helped to stick that stuff there. All right. And then I'm just going to continue this for a little bit, okay? So under, over, oh wait, sorry, take that back. I lost track. You're going to go 1 under, 2 over, 1 under, 2 over, 1 under, 2 over, 1 under, 2 over. All right? So is everybody getting this? Again, 1 under, 2 over, 1 under, 2 over. Oh, yes, I'm going to do the fringe next. Thank you for reminding me. 1 under, 2 over, 1 under, 2 over. And we'll do the fringe next, all right? I completely forgot, and I'm so glad you said something to me because I would have forgotten. All right. I get carried away with what I'm doing and talking, and I forget what I'm doing. All right. So after I do this one, we'll do the fringe, I promise. Okay? All right. 1 under, 2 over, 1 under, 2 over, 1 under, 2 over, 1 under, 2 over. All right. There's that. And then I'm going to do one more because I need some color in my life here. 1 under, 2 over, 1 under, 2 over, 1 under. Wait. 1 under, 2 over, under, over. Haha. Under, over, under, over. Okay. All right, yes. Next will be the fringe. So I'm going to stop with this. Thank you for reminding me. All right. Use your fork. Push it up. Push it up. All right, now I'm going to take this off my stick. That there, and then remember when it comes time, well, I might be able to do it again. All right, fringe. Fringe, this is kind of, this was kind of difficult when I was trying to do it on camera beforehand. Like trying to show it was difficult, not actually doing it. But okay, so I need to pick a color for my fringe, and I think maybe I could do like a blue, because I think that blue would look really good. So you're gonna need some. I'm gonna try to do. Let's see. Let me think. 1, 3. Okay. 6, I think. All right. So you're gonna need. You want to make it kind of long, because then you can cut it off, you know, whenever, to whatever length you want. But it's easier to have it long so that you can work with it. So you want to fold your string in half, and then you want to cut it. And I did, with this one, I did 3 strings. So you're gonna fold your string, and then it's easier just to fold it again like that, right? And then cut it off at the end. And then you can just cut your loops, and then that will make it easier. And now you got 3 individual pieces, right? So I'm going to show you how to do this now, and I'm going to zoom up on my hands. All right. I hope everybody can see that, right? Okay. Now, the way you do it is you're going to take your string, and you're going to put it over 2 of them, all right? And then you're going to take one side, and you're going to tuck it under and pull it around. See that? See how I did that? Now, you're going to do the same thing on the other side. You're going to take this string, you're going to wrap it under there and pull it out there. So now it should look like that. See that? And then you're going to pull it up. Push it up. Uh-oh. Hold on. Push it up. There we go. And then you can take it and do this and pull it tight a little bit. All right? Yes. Okay. That's right, ain't it? For some reason, it's not looking right. Hold on. No, I had it. I have it right. Okay. I was like, what's going on? No, that's right. Pull it up. Push it up. All right. Pull it. Leave it like that. Do it again. And I'll show you again how to do it. So cut another one. And you know what? This is too long now. So since I did it, I think I kind of want to cut it a little bit, because I think it's too long for me. There. There's that. Now, when you start weaving behind it, it'll take complete form, okay? So right there, leave that like that, if you can. And then we're going to move on to the next. So remember, you want 3 strings. So you're going to cut your yarn long enough so you can work with it, so you can tuck it under there. So 3 strings. Cut that. All right. And then remember, you're going to take your yarns. You're going to put it on top of the 2, right? And then you're going to take this, wrap it under, and pull it through, all right? Same. Under and pull it through. Got that? And then push it up. If it's not working for me, what is going on here? Push it up. Right. Okay, on to the next. 3 more strings. Can everybody see that okay? Is it, am I showing it to you all right? Is it coming out all right? I want to make sure that everybody can see it. Okay. All right, and again, over the top. Okay, good. Over the top like this, all right? Tuck one side under and through. Oh, good, Shannon. I'm glad that you're seeing it. All right, and then underneath that one and through. And then pull it up. For some reason, my string is getting all stuck. It's not wanting to work for me. All right, and then you're going to do it again. I still have 1, 2, I still have 3 to do. Let's do this again. And then I'm going to cut them down a little bit because they're just too long. Now, what's really cool is you can actually cut like at an angle, so it does like this angle effect if you wanted to. I tried to do it earlier with this one, with this other one, and it didn't work out so well for me. So they're just really short fringes when in all reality, I wanted it to be an angle. So now you all know that I messed up. And that's okay. It's a learning process. All right, so we're going to do it again. So over the top 2 and fold it under, right? Can you see that? Fold it under like so. Same with the other side. Fold it under like so. And then pull it up. Push it up there. There we go. Do it again. I got 2 more to do. Now you could do different colors too. You could switch out different colors instead of doing the same. You could do every other tassel, you know, if you wanted. All right. I'm having a lot of fun with this one. I've never really taught weaving before, and this is a lot of fun. All right. Okay, and now over the top 2, right? And then pull it under. Over this side, pull it under, and then just push it up. Like that. Leave it there. And then 1 more. Then I'll be done with that. But now, when you do this, you want to leave it up like this, because if you don't leave it up like this before you do weaving again, it's going to want to come apart. So you don't want it to come apart. So just leave it like that. Don't get too impatient. And then we'll work with it, all right? Okay. Cut this off. All right. Do it again. This is my last one. So over these 2, split that apart, pull it through. Same for the other side. Over, under. There we go. Pull it up and push it. All right. Now, leave those like that. And I'm going to take this one. And then I'm going to unzoom again. All right. And then I'm going to put my yarn back on my stick needle. And then we're going to go back to the tabby weave. And remember what I said, the tabby weave is the basic of basic weaves, and it's super easy to do. It's every other. And so back to the basic tabby weave. So over, under is the tabby weave. Now, because I ended this one over, I'm going to pull it around my tassel, and I'm going to go under, okay? So under, over. Basic tabby weave, remember? Under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over. Now this is tricky because you got to make sure that you're not mixing your strings up, because I noticed that sometimes my string doesn't want to work proper. It wants to kind of crisscross each other. Okay, and then here, and then back again, under, over, under, over, under, over. Right? Yeah. Under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over. Pull it. Remember, don't pull too tight. Don't want it too tight. And then take your fork and push up. If you have to push down on your strings to get some leverage, you can do that. And this is the part where it really makes your tassels come together, because now you're starting to really push on that to make that weave really tight, and your tassels are going to stay where they're supposed to. All right? So push, push on it. All right, and then do a few more. And then once we get like another row done, then we're gonna go and we're gonna cut our tassels to the length that we want, all right? So now that I've showed you all how to do all of the stitches that I know how to do, you know, like, I don't know if everybody likes like repetitiveness when it comes to these videos, but I think it would be fun to do another night with this, with different stitches or different weaving techniques. Since we've done these, maybe do some different ones. And if you would like that, let me know in the comments. All right, now that I have that, I'm going to take this off. Okay. I'm going to pull my, oh, that turned out so cute. Now look, you can pull on it now since you've done the weave. You can pull and make it a little tighter if you need to. Just make sure you're pulling on the strings that belong to one another. So pull on them and you can make them tighter like that. This one turned out really good. Oh my gosh. I love this one so much. I'm probably going to finish it. I'll probably finish it after. Maybe. All right. Now my strings are showing through and the white string isn't supposed to be showing through. It's possible that I pulled too tight on it, but that's fixable. You can just work with it and fix it. All right. And since I cut this one, all right, so here's these that I have so far, and then I'm going to try and cut them a little bit. I think maybe I want to do these at an angle because I think that would be kind of cute. An angle, so I'm going to try to straighten these out a little bit and I'm going to try an angle because I tried an angle earlier and didn't do a very good job of it. So let's try this again. And then once I'm done with this, I'm gonna do a few more weavings and then I'm gonna stop. All right. Oh, yeah, I know, right? Me too. I think it'd be a lot of fun. All right, so I'm gonna do it at an angle. I want to now when you're doing this and you're cutting these, make sure you are not going to cut your original strings, right? You do not want to cut your original strings. So make sure those are not in your way. And then I'm going to hold my hands like this, and then I'm going to start snipping. Don't cut yourself. Be careful. I'm just going to start snipping at an angle. And make sure that you're not going to cut something that you shouldn't. So make sure all your strings are out of the way before you start doing this. Pull it really nice and taut, okay? And then you're going to start cutting it. I want to make sure I do it right. All right, I want to do it at an angle. So this is how I'm going to do this. Is everybody seeing? So that's how that turned out. That's really cute. And then now, what's really cute about this is when we start doing our colors and we start doing this down, you're going to see the angle of how I cut this. All right? Okay. So now I'm going to get another color, and I think this time maybe I'm going to do white. All right, so, or it's more of a cream color. It's not really a white, it's cream. But I'm going to do a cream color. All right, and tie it to my weaving stick. Because we're all about recycling at City Museum, right? Okay, I can pull that up a little bit. Now that everybody knows how to do the tabby weave, that's what we're going to do again. We're going to do tabby weave. Because you can do really cute, simple stitches or really cute, simple weavings, simple patterns like that. I wish I would have had like a special something, like a special pattern we could have done. Maybe next time I will. I'll have like a special one we do. All right. So now since I ended this one here on the over, I'm going to go under. So under, over, under, over. If you wanted to, you could do that one stitch that I did where it's every other. Because that one turns out really, really neat too. Here. Okay, and then pull. And do it again. Okay. Now, you really can't probably see now. Maybe you can. Because this fringe is in the way now. My tassels. Pull. Can you see it? Yeah, I guess you can. I'll push my tassels up. All right. Pull. Take your fork. Use the fork. May the fork be with you. I know that was cheesy. All right. Okay, and do again. Under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over. If you've ever been in Art City, you've seen the Yoda that I did, a paper mache Yoda that sits there. We've had it for about 3 years. People like to take pictures of it. Right. Again, here. Under, over, under, over, under, over. All right, and pull. Oh, yes. I'm super pleased with this one. I like this one better than the others that I've done. So, repetition is everything, people. You just keep doing it and you'll get the hang of it in no time. Right. Okay. Now I'm going to do a few more rows because I want you to be able to see the white underneath this. So a few more rows of over under of the tabby weave, and then I'm going to turn it off. Then I'll be done. Okay. I think this is one of my favorite ones that I've done so far. The adult ones anyway. I know the book was pretty fun too. Okay. Over, under, over, under, over, under, over. Pull. All right. I like that when you use this fork, it just makes it all nice and uniform and tight there. That's great. All right. I sure wish I had a popsicle stick, because that would have, you know, actually, now that I think about it, I do have popsicle sticks. I have just about everything you could possibly want for art. I go crazy when there's sales and I buy. Because you never know. I mean, you never know when you're gonna need a thing. Okay. Are any of you that are joining me artists? Do you sell your art or do your art? If so, do you have an Instagram account? What's your Instagram? Oh, the book was fun. Okay. All right. It's coming together now, and it's almost past that the blue tassels. So I can't wait to see like how that turns out. This, like, if you liked statement necklaces, I think this would be a really cute statement necklace to wear. I would totally wear it. I have no problems wearing it. Oh. All right. And one more time, because I might have enough to do this. Over, under, over. If I don't have enough to do this, I will finish anyway. Over, under. But I think I might over, under, over, under, over. I think I might have, yep, I do. Just enough, actually. Okay, and then I'm going to push that up. Let's see how that looks. with this, and if, you know, you still can't see it. All right, well, let's take this off, push that up. All right, I'll do one more. I'll do one more color because I want to make sure that you can see the blue. So I'll go back to the green because I only did the green once, and do a green again. And then we'll tie it off and we'll be done. And I'll show you how to tie it off. All right. And again, remember, you finished on the top, or I did, so now I'm going to go to the bottom, under, over. I bet you everybody is becoming a pro at doing this stitch now. I love this so much, I can't even say. You know who I think would really like this? I think Lindsay Patton would love this piece of art. Maybe I will give Lindsay Patton this teeny tiny piece of art. Okay, here. Remember, use the fork. Oh, I'm having a mess. I have a mess. I haven't been cleaning my area. Oh, goodness. All right. The fork. Push this up. Now, you know what? Because we were really careful about how we pulled on this, the weaving just stayed really nice and straight, which is good. All right, so I'm going to do a few more because, hey, these colors look so good together. It makes me want to go stay in a little beach cabin somewhere. All right. This. And again, under, over. Okay, and then I'm going to show you how to finish it off, okay? After this, I'm going to end and I'm going to show you how to finish it off. Yeah. Oh, thanks. All right. A little more here, here. Okay, and this is the fun part. This is the super fun part. Oh, this is so cute. This turned out so cute. All right, so then I'm just going to take this and I'm going to cut it. All right. Now I have all these extra strings hanging off, and that's okay because we can pull those to the back and tie them to one another, or if you want, you can tuck them inside. I find it a little hard to tuck it inside, but that's because I haven't been doing this too long. I guess once, if I did it, you know, for a little longer, once I got the hang of it, it would be all right, you know. All right, so then I'm going to take, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tie this off first, okay? Yeah, right? Clouds. I love clouds. All right, so I'm going to undo this, take these apart, untape it, and then I'm going to take two, and two. All right, and then I'm going to tie them in knots at the top. All right, so you're just going to do a, I think they call this a square knot. So you're just going to tie one knot at the top and pull. You want to pull tight. That one wasn't tight enough, I don't think. I might have to fix that again. Tuck it in there. Sometimes it's hard to get them to do what they're supposed to do. We're just going to leave that one like it is right now. It's okay right now. All right. And then next you're going to take, where'd it go? Oh, looky, I'm pulling it apart here. What's going on? What's going on? My weaving is messing up. There we go. Okay. I was like, what in the world? See, that's what happens when you take it apart. It wants to not do what it's supposed to do. Run it. All right, push that back up because I messed it up. It was looking so good too. All right, do over. Sometimes things happen. All right, so then now you're gonna tie it off, right? Maybe if you just did this, tie it like this first, that'll help. And then knot it. So tie it once like you're tying your shoes and then knot it like so, all right? That's how you do that, makes it a little easier. So take your 2 strings, tie like this, and then knot like this, all right? See that? Can everybody see that? And it should look like that. And then when I'm done, I'll put it up to the camera and I'll show you what I did. So tie, and then knot. All right, and then pull it. And then again, tie. Now, when you all are finished, I want to see your finished product. So please post your pictures in the comments of this video because I'm super excited to see how you all did. What yours looks like, what colors you used, all that good stuff. All right, tie, knot. Now, you can leave these strings extra long or you cannot. You can cut them off. It's up to you and make them shorter. I don't know if I like it extra long like that, so I think I'm going to cut mine off a little bit. Make it a little smaller. All right. Then I'm going to take this off so we can finish. So take your stick off. Ha! This is so cute. That'd be great. You should do it tomorrow. All right, now that I got that, now all these little extra pieces right here, this is the back of it, okay? So we're gonna take all those extra pieces and we're gonna start pulling them to the back and we're gonna tie them to one another, if you can. If you can. Like the roving or the cotton, it's kind of too big, so I might have to tuck that in to a piece of something. So that's what I'm gonna do. Yes, Charlene, it'll be available. It'll be on the City Museum website at citymuseum.org or here on our Facebook page, so you'll be able to see it there too. You just have to scroll down a little bit and you'll see it. All right, so that pull the roving down like that, and then I'm gonna take, or your cotton, whatever it is you used, and then I'm gonna take these pieces and I'm just gonna pull them around and I'm gonna tie them off to these pieces so that they're not just willy-nilly hanging about, right? So let's tie this off here. It's the back, so I'm really okay with it. I'm really okay with it just being whatever, you know, because it's the back. And here's an extra piece here. All right, and then once you get it tied off, you can cut off all that extra stuff, right? Okay, and then pull this aside, and I'm going to tie that to here too, just so it's not in the way and hanging where it shouldn't be. All right, and then let's see what the front looks like. I'm so excited to see what it looks like. Okay, and then cut off all my extras. Cut those off, extras, because you don't want them hanging off to the side. All right, are you ready to see the finished product? I am so excited about this. Now, I would have done it more, but you know, time and things like that. I didn't want to. Oh, hold on, I gotta fix this. pull this off to the side. I forgot, hold on. I forgot to cut a piece off, 2 pieces off actually, or tie them off I should say. I'll pull these over here. And then I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, now we're gonna tie this off and then I will show you the finished product. So I hope all of you had fun. I hope a lot of you stuck with me through it all. I know it was kind of repetitive, but I mean, that's how you learn, right? So I got this, cut that off. All right, so here's the finished product. And I hope everybody enjoyed. You know, you could probably put a piece of, string on it at the top so you could hang it, you know? So we'll do that. We'll put a piece of string on and then we'll be done. I keep saying that, but okay, so here we go. So tie a piece of string to the top and then you can either wear it around your neck or hang it somewhere. Ooh, maybe on your car mirror. You could hang it on your car mirror. That'd be really cute, right? Or as a necklace. It's up to you. But anyway, this is what I did. This is my thing that I made. And yeah, I'm going to get ready and make dinner too. I don't know what I'm having yet, but sorry it took so long, but weaving is a process. All right. Oh, I had so much fun with this one and everybody interacted with me and it was such a good time. I hope everybody had a lot of fun and I hope to do another one of these in the future, but this is my finished product and I hope that you all had just as much fun making these little mini weavings. Remember, if you made one or if you do make one later, to post it in the comments of this video because we would all really like to see what your finished product is. And if you have any questions about City Museum and you want to know anything about City Museum, you can go to citymuseum.org and we have a lot of information there. You can also follow us on Instagram with City Museum and City Museum Facebook page at City Museum St. Louis Facebook page. And until Monday, Monday will be my next one at 11 o'clock. And it's a little more kid friendly. And then, so join me then and we'll have some more fun. And thanks for joining. Happy arting.